Yo, what's up? Name's Jetlia1, and no, you don't need to adjust your computer settings. Welcome back to some more Tales of Exilia. Yes, this is still the same game. I'm just on my new file, because look, I have costumes. Anyways, welcome back to some more Tales of Exilia. We've got to skip right away.
Let's see.
What are you up to?
Just trying to organize all of my notes for my thesis.
Still doing
Those in the
homework.
books at a time like this? You sure are studious.
Wish I could be like that.
Probably a waste of time. I'm sure I've already been expelled being an X-marked criminal and all.
Ah, cheer up, kid. If I get a chance, I'll testify to the military and the school on your
Would
behalf.
that really help?
Shouldn't be hard to make the case that you're just a poor kid who got sucked into this.
Thanks.
That is true.
But aren't you a wanted criminal too?
Ah, that. I guess I did flee along with you.
So if we get captured, I'll testify for you. I'll tell them that you're nowhere near as shady as you look.
I'll take it as a compliment.
Everyone in this game just keeps dropping accidental BM, and it's wonderful. But anyways, I feel like I should explain what has changed since we're on my new Game Plus file, besides the obvious with the costumes. First things first, the fun factor. Look at our stats. We're level 13 and level 14. For this, well, I guess I should explain. In the Tales games, whenever you do New Game Plus, there are a lot of options you can get based on how much you've done in the game, which awards you points called grade that you can then spend on bonuses. My favorite bonus is that they have extra XP, and this game gives you two options, double XP and 5 times XP. The trick is you can get both, and they stack into 10 times XP. Yes, it's crazy. We have permanent 10 times XP. It's great. And then, I guess, since I'm talking about it, I can go over here and show. We have an inn over here, wherever you see, or well, on the mini-map. This guy's an item store. That's what the little blue thing means. And then we have inns where you can go to sleep, to both buy food, food vendor. If oh, I guess there's not anyone here. It's just you buy food from this guy, just over off to the side. But you can either sleep to regain all your health and magic, and then you can also buy food, and food gives you battle buffs. And one of the items is, do I have one? I don't have one. I need to get one. Food vendor closed for preparation. But one of the food items, or one of the food item types you can get, is XP boosters, including one that gives you double XP for one battle.
The sea air is making me feel unpleasant.
And it's really powerful, but really expensive. Gives you double XP for one battle, but the trick is it stacks multiplicatively. So we have ×2 and ×5, which gives you 10, and then you get ×2 again, which is 20. So you can get 20 times XP. So you do that on bosses, you're set. Like, what were we? We were like level 2 or 3 when we got here. I'm level 13 from doing the same section. It's great. This is going to be fun. And also I got to keep all of my costumes, and the most important thing is that it was oddly cheap, was I got to keep my ultimate weapons. Because there's a side quest for these weapons called the Devil's Arms, and the Devil's Arms require you to beat really powerful bosses and to defeat a really, really powerful boss to unlock their true power. But their true power is that for every enemy ever killed in the game, these weapons gain 1 attack point. So, for example, Dronduo the Howling Beast, which is Milla's weapon, 1,962 attack. To put this in perspective, I think the second strongest weapon had like, I want to say about 1,400 to 1,600 maybe, so it's 300 stronger, and it'll only get stronger as we keep going. Whereas Jude's, because I played as Jude the whole time, beautiful, 3,147, so that's a massive gain. Also, you can see we have our little costumes here. I have Jude in some Sasuke Uchiha cosplay, and Alvin's just casual Alvin. It's great. And then, of course, Milla is in casual Milla. And then, for systems, since I think I probably skipped over the tutorials for it, but there's 4 types of stores. There's item store, which is the guy up there, which is where you get, like, the gels, which are your potions, and then, like, revival things and whatnot. And then accessories, which are accessories, weapons, which are weapons, and armor, which is armor. And you give materials to each kind of shop to upgrade them. So since we already have the ultimate weapons, we need to worry the most about the armor shop. And you do that by going to expand at any shop, and you can pick whatever. I've already, looks like I was smart enough already before I saved, that I put in a bunch of points towards the armor shop. And as you can see off to the side, like I mentioned, at least I think I mentioned, the materials, you get a bonus at each shop depending on the kind of materials, and it just switches around which kind of material they get a bonus off of. So like right now, we get a bonus from metals. So we've had wood chunk there, and I already turned in the rest of them, so whatever. And every time you level up, I think you get stuff. So like, what can we get? So yeah, we can already get some pretty good stuff. Now, how much money do I have? I have a good bit of money. Equipped, equipped, equipped. We need one of those. She needs one of these. And then things in blue are on sale. As you upgrade shops, more things go on sale because they like you. That's a pretty good upgrade. That's also a pretty good upgrade. Equip. 53 expansion points. And when you buy things, you get expansion points added as well. So just by using the stores, you get more stuff. Don't need that because no one else can use it. But that's how the shops work. But since I have the carry over the ultimate weapons, which is really oddly cheap in the grade shop, like it was like 10 points, whereas I needed like 600, I think, to stack double XP and 5 times XP, and I had like 850 in total. So like the 10 to keep the ultimate weapons and their progress is just insane. But that's enough of that. It's time to continue the story. That's what we're here for. That's where we're on 10 times XP. All story, no grind.
My Lilium orb is shining.
Mine too.
Wait, you two have orbs too? Great! We should try linked combat.
What's that?
Lilium orbs are handy things. They let you sense your companion's intent. That's a huge advantage in battle. You can coordinate your thoughts to pull off combination attacks. We call this linking.
Sounds great, but how
And
do we
here's
do
the
it?
main combat
Try it
mechanic
and see
besides
for
assault
yourself.
count.
Focus your consciousness into the Lilium orb.
Is that you get to team up with your teammates, and that offers various buffs. So for example, whoever you're linked to, they each have a unique ability that they will aid you with. For example, Milla will bind enemies if she's tied to you, whereas Jude will pick you back up off the ground if you get knocked down and heal you a little.
Let's finish.
And it also helps you determine which targets to target. So like if you're linked to somebody and you attack something, they'll bounce in with you.
Yes, I quite like it.
I feel much better knowing I'm not fighting alone.
Right there with you, buddy.
I really wish they gave subtitles for the battle quotes. But they don't. I don't think. Let's see if they do. Options. I need to see subtitles are indeed on. And let's turn up rotation speed to about 7. Autocorrect. Autocorrect map, survey battlefield. Stuff like this. Sound. Auto text advance. Let's turn that off because I don't want to have to keep up with the game. I would like to get to interject with my witty commentary. Nobody believed me when I said that, but I would like to be able to interject. But nope, there's no subtitles for mid-battle things. Or not mid-battle things. Victory quotes, which sucks. Alvin's Arsenal.
Hey, Alvin, about your weapon.
You've got an eye for good steel. This is one heck of a blade.
Not that we got to see much of it in that battle,
Actually, I meant the other one.
as we did not get to see Alvin fights with a greatsword and a gun.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. It looks like it channels fire spirits and projects their arts at foes.
Yeah, something like that.
That's incredible. Where'd you get it?
The gun shop.
Oh, I see how it is. You're the envious type. Stare all you want, kid. I ain't giving it up.
You don't have to treat me like a child.
Oh, come on. I'm just yanking your chain.
Yeah, he just yanked the chain. Taken by surprise. Let's grab this. And then hit that.
Hey, where'd the honor student go?
Probably to study.
Looking for me?
Never mind.
How'd you get behind me?
So even a mercenary can get taken by surprise.
Didn't your mom teach you it isn't polite to sneak up on people? It's like you vanished without a trace.
Did I? I just move in opposition to my foe and then circle around them. Like this.
I ain't falling for that twice, kid. Huh? Where'd he go?
Over here.
Oh, how did you get there?
So even the Lord of Spirits can get taken by surprise.
Flip that one right back at her.
That's impressive, but really unnerving.
Yeah, it's especially creepy when you pull that move on a female opponent.
Creepy? Hey! My special ability isn't creepy.
And that's an introduction to something I haven't talked about yet, but is important to the battle system as well. Each character has a unique ability to themselves that gives them unique playstyles compared to each other. So Jude's is that he has a move called the Snap Pivot, where if he does a back step and it would dodge an attack, he gets to basically just teleport right behind his opponent so he can start hitting from the back for a boosted crit chance. Whereas Milla's ability is called Contact Magic, I think, or at least that's the trope of what it is. But it's that when she has spells, she can then either just tap the button on a spell to instead use a melee variant of the spell, or she can hold it to just cast a normal spell. And you can switch around back and forth between the types to vary up your offense and attack in very unique ways with unique combos. Alvin's special ability is that he uses that gun of his, and he can combine it with his greatsword for charged attacks, so he can build charges by charging, obviously, and then expend them for bigger hits. And we found the monsters by the lake we were looking for. So since I have magic on my save already, because we're high level, I'm going to show off contact magic.
Those must be the monsters we're supposed to get rid of.
Indeed. They certainly don't look like the normal fauna for this area.
All right, let's get the job done.
To work we go. Tutorial. Oh, this shows the link gauge. I guess I can show that. Oh, not Shimmer Spin. Fireball.
Who's next?
Okay, that hits him. Oh, can I Shimmer Spin? I don't even know how to make Shimmer Spin work.
My sword rings true.
But what it wanted to tell us there is that we had our link gauge full, so every time that gauge on the left builds up while linked with your ally, you can then use an ability, or use an art. And if you use a certain art, you can combine it with an art from your teammate to use a cross art, I think? Or no, link art. And they're stronger than normal arts. But if you use a link art when the gauge is full, then you go into what is known as over limit, where you get to just freely spam link arts as much as you want, and that's also what will allow you to use your ultimate attack later in the game when we get it, the Mystic Art. But right now, he asks if we're okay.
I can't complain. No better training than an actual battle.
You got that right. Let's head back to Alati Sea Haven and make a report.
So we finished the quest, now we gotta go turn it in. Which I really wish we could get the thing it has in the second game, where in Tales of Xillia 2, you can get a dash button. And dash makes you run faster, but if you hit any enemies, you start a battle at disadvantage. But since I have 10 times XP and only particularly care or even need to just, like, I only need to fight bosses, I'm going to be trying to avoid as many battles as possible, and running really fast would help. Because you do get items that let you run faster, but I don't think I got to carry them over because I didn't have enough points to carry over my entire inventory. Otherwise I would have really, really great armor in addition to having the ultimate weapons, but for some reason carrying over items and stuff is really expensive, whereas carrying over the ultimate weapons and all of their status was really cheap. Probably because of how hard it is to get those ultimate weapons, because you have to beat a ridiculously hard boss for each weapon, and then you have to beat the hardest boss in the game in order to unlock their full power. So if you've done that, I guess they feel like you deserve the reward of getting to keep your weapons and keep stacking them. Oh well, I can just pour all of my stuff into the armor shops and get good armor that way. Alright, so lady was down here. Alright lady, we cleaned up the spring for you.
Those monsters won't be tinkling in your water supply anymore.
I don't think that's exactly what they were worried about, Alvin, but alright.
Wonderful. Thank you for your help.
And that's how it's done. More where that came from, too. Lots of people with problems out there, and gall to make them go away.
Sounds pretty useful for us.
You're a real pro at this, Alvin.
That's not good.
Hey!
What happened? Are you okay? You didn't even get hit in those fights.
No fever. How are you feeling?
I don't seem to have any strength.
Have you been eating properly?
I've never eaten.
Say what now?
Ever?
Through Sylph, I drew life from the air. With Undine's power, I receive sustenance from the water.
What's she talking about?
Magic, don't worry about it.
I guess the spirits gave her all the energy she needed. Well, now you're gonna have to nourish yourself the old-fashioned way.
By eating delicious dinner.
I see. So this is what you call hunger.
I think you're in the extreme form of it, considering you just fell over.
Fascinating.
You should be more worried. Look at his face. He's like, really, lady? Really?
So, should we rest at the inn?
Seems like a plan.
Now that you mention it, I could use some grub myself.
So, if I hadn't introduced you to the inn and food, this is where you would get it. Auto item. Character set to auto. So if you just set, or whoever your AI are, you can give them lists of items that they will use when certain conditions are met. So like health potion when your health is low. But we're going to try to avoid that because we kind of, by having the ultimate weapons, we can just basic attack our way through everything for quite a while. So excuse us, sir. Can we have dinner, please?
Welcome.
3 rooms, please. But before that, can we get something to eat?
Do we really need 3 rooms, though? Like, I understand Milla gets her own room. Can't you 2 boys just sleep in the same one?
Oh, my apologies, but our cook isn't in yet.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Hey, is she okay?
No. That's why we're here.
Can we at least use your kitchen?
Yes, please, help yourself. Your friend looks like she's about to pass out.
It's not look, she is.
My stomach, it really is growling.
Amusing observation.
And here I thought that was just a silly human expression.
I love that signature pose of Alvin. He's just like, what did I get myself into? And he does that all the time. That's like his yada yada does it. She's like, look, it's food. It looks delicious. And it actually does look delicious.
Hey, not bad.
Not bad. It's good. I quite enjoy ingesting calories with you.
I mean, I guess that's one way to put it.
Humans should learn to cherish these simple pleasures.
I think they already do. But Sasuke Uchiha has no time for simple pleasures. He must avenge his family by killing his brother. I always get a kick out of the fact that I dressed him up like Sasuke. I'm mostly
Good morning,
laughing just
Alvin.
because they allowed that.
Sorry you had to carry me up there.
Don't worry about it. Just part of the job.
Uh-huh.
Oh?
So now what are you gonna do?
Well,
Good morning.
And here comes Sasuke.
good day, Jude. I was just about to share my plans with Alvin.
What is it?
I'm thinking of returning to Nia Kara.
Is that your hometown?
More accurately, it's where my shrine is.
Okay, so it's your hometown then.
If I go back, I might be able to resummon the Four.
So, she really is Maxwell.
Man, he picked that up a lot faster than Jude did.
This is where you come in, Jude. Will you accompany me to Nia Kara?
What?
It's true that you brought your current situation upon yourself, but I bear some of the blame as well. I'll put in a good word for you with the people of Nia Kara. I'm sure they'll look after you.
Well, that's kind of nice.
Wow, you've put a lot of thought into this.
Yes. Remember when you told me I seemed unconcerned? I decided to take that to heart.
Well, that's a good way to character grow.
Milla, you don't need to practice your swordplay anymore?
No need to concern yourself with my martial abilities.
Well, if nothing else, you know how to swing the pointy end.
Okay, I'll come with you.
Good.
Good deal.
You needn't worry.
A little more practice wouldn't hurt, though.
I don't know, man. Did you see how quickly we butchered all of those things?
You think so?
Better safe than sorry. Come find me once you're ready to go.
Wait, you're coming with us, Alvin?
Why not? I've come this far.
Might as well.
Hey, Milla? Thanks.
Alright, that's pretty good. Event list updated, party members changed. So Alvin has backed down. So they leave us with time here to poke around town to see what we can do. Talk to whoever we want, but I don't particularly feel like talking to anybody. And I don't see any side quests. Actually, it doesn't matter if we see side quests because I'm going to be skipping those because I don't need them for... What the heck was that? It looked like that dog was wobbling from a distance. Or maybe I was seeing things. Whatever. But they give you time to run around, get your gear put together and whatnot while you're here before you leave. All you got to do is just walk up to... just go to save point, cutscene trigger. Don't even have to talk to him.
Ready to hit the road?
Milla, you said it's north of here?
How far?
Less than half a day's flight time, if we could fly using Sylph's power.
But that's a pretty big if, so can we get an actual estimate?
Oh, well, I'm afraid my wings are, you know, non-existent.
That's kind of ironic since I gave you a wing accessory, and Milla too.
I hope we can find a place to rest along the way.
The map showed a village in that direction, so we should be okay.
Either way, we can't just stay here. We must press forward.
I know.
Nowhere to go but up. Main intelligence work.
That was quite a sigh.
So seriously, you guys are spying for Azul, right?
What? Of course not.
I've never heard of the Military Powers Act being used against anyone other than Azul spies.
You're thinking too much into this.
Why are you so concerned about this? Unless you're spying for Rashagal.
No. I was just thinking that if you were spying for Azul, maybe you could use your connections to score me some high-paying intelligence work.
Ah, so you think you've got what it takes to be James Bond, Alvin?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I assure you I will pay your fee. You just have to wait a little bit longer.
Fair enough. But even with your special friend discount, the interest is piling up.
Man, what interest rate do you have? Well, we'll deal with it when we get to Nia Khera. I mean, we've got our shrine there, so I'm sure whoever runs the shrine has some money that we can use. Main creeping suspicion.
Is Milo really that Maxwell?
Probably.
She does act a bit nutty, but she looks normal enough.
I think it's true. When I first met her, Milla had the 4 great spirits with her.
What? Get out of here.
No, seriously. Fire spirit Efreet, water spirit Undine, wind spirit Sylph, and earth spirit Gnome. It was the first time I'd ever seen them in person, but there was no mistaking who they were.
That's a mighty exclusive club. Can't imagine they hang out with a lot of mortal girls.
Yeah.
Never know. Inside and out. Well, there are so many skits, man, and since I'm not doing many fights, we don't have much breaking it up, so can at least grab these items first. Inside and out.
Oops. Gotta straighten my scarf.
Can't have it out of line. Need to be as fashionable as possible, huh, Mr. Mercenary?
You sure do love that thing.
Don't you? It's one of Fismage's finest. Custom made for yours truly.
I don't know much about brands, but it does look good on you.
You gotta be careful about what you wear, kid. It's how the world judges a man.
I'd rather think what's inside is what counts.
Yeah, and this is how what's inside gets projected to the outside.
You don't believe some people shape what's outside in order to conceal the ugliness within?
Well, if you can't see through a false front, isn't that your problem?
So you blame the victims for being deceived?
If that's really what you believe, Alvin, it tells me all I need to know about what's within.
Man, I sure slipped up this time, huh?
Oh yeah, you just got owned. Alright, so instead of going to the west, we need to just go north. But first, items. Shiny. Need the shiny. Come on, give me the shiny. There we go. Just gathering as much as I can, which I don't really need to, considering that I can just use all of my enemy drops to upgrade the item store, and also I'm not too concerned about armor, considering we can just kill everything with our ultra weapons. But anyways, the 4.
Walking sure is grueling.
You're telling me.
That's unexpected coming from you.
I'm just used to having Sylph fly me everywhere. The only time I ever really walked was when I used Undine to travel across water.
I see.
Maybe this is your punishment for treating the 4 great spirits like your personal servants?
Servants? They may help out now and then, but they're the ones who pester me.
Say what?
They're like a bunch of bickering in-laws that never go home.
Oh boy.
Did you just call the 4?
Bickering in-laws?
That's pretty funny. Milla has no mercy to spare for anyone, even her own spirit. Alright, now how can we dash past this guy? Like this. We got the juice. Alright. Items, there's a chest. Chests are more important on the list of things that you need to grab while you're running around than random items are. See, like, even though that one was just random materials, it was a bunch of them. Let's see, partners in climb. Okay.
Compared to Fenmont's night climb, the sky in Aujul sure is bright.
And here we get an explanation for things.
That's true. The spirit climbs here are much more stable.
What are you talking about? What do you intend to climb?
C-L-I-M-E. Surely the great Lady Maxwell knows all about the subject?
Hey man, she's Lord of Spirits, not a scientist.
Don't flatter yourself by assuming I recognize every arbitrary word you humans create. Human arrogance can be so trying.
True facts.
Milla, do you know what Riza Maxia is made of?
As if I wouldn't know? The power of spirits composes the entire natural world.
Right. The term spirit climb refers to the balance of spirit power. When that power is out of balance, nature can become polarized in one direction. That's why there are unusual spirit climbs, like the Perpetual Night of Fenmont.
Perpetual Night? Can I live there?
I see. Thank you. Now I understand. You're very good at explaining things.
My pleasure.
Oh, I see how it is. I guess I'm just an arrogant human compared to little old innocent Jude.
Well, maybe if you didn't just roll up and demand money for saving us, we'd like you more. Good old Alvin. Let's see, treasure chest over here guarded by a wolf. Can we dodge him? Can we do it? Apple Jill. He's right behind us, but he won't catch us. I don't think I got to keep... I think I already mentioned this, but I don't think I kept my movement speed boosts. And Hamil, we're about to meet Luke Skywalker? Okay. Seems like a nice place.
Wow, that's an impressive amount of fruit.
I'm catching a whiff of cider. Oh, they must have orchards here.
Well, we don't get many visitors here.
Do you live here, ma'am?
I would hope so. I'm the mayor.
Is this the right road to Nia Kara?
I mean, it's the only road, Milla. I don't think you really need to ask that.
Nia Kara. Now that's a name I haven't heard in ages.
What do you mean?
It's what people called a long-forgotten village. I don't even know if it still exists. I heard tales of the village as a child. People claimed it lies beyond the Kijara Sea Falls.
Where can we find it?
You'll need to cross some seriously rugged terrain to get there. It won't be an easy journey.
That's fine, we're overpowered.
In that case, we should probably rest here before heading on.
That too.
Agreed.
I'm afraid our little village doesn't have an inn. Not much call for one. But I've an extra room in my house. You're welcome to use it if you like.
Thank you for your hospitality, ma'am.
That's very nice of you. Cool. Event list updated. Hamil Orchard Frontier. And already, just look at all of these skits we get. Thankfully, they thin out a bit later. They're explaining a lot at the moment.
So, why bother taking human form at all?
Spirits are really just masses of mana. They can't interact with the temporal world in that state. For a spirit to take physical form, it needs a catalyst of a corresponding element. As an example, the fire spirit of Freet can take form as a blazing inferno.
And as Maxwell, you can be any element, right?
The human body contains all 4 elements, so it's the perfect catalyst for me to take a physical form.
Makes sense to me.
What would happen if you lost your catalyst?
I would gather elements to make a new one, but I'd have to wait for it to grow up.
Grow up? You mean you start as a baby?
It's time-consuming, but if you want to use a human form as a catalyst, you have to wait for the body to develop.
That sounds like a hassle. Kind of like everything else about being human.
So even the Lord of Spirits isn't omnipotent.
Not in this human realm, anyway.
Let's just be grateful she didn't go with the male model, eh?
Wouldn't bother me.
Oh, you swing both ways?
That's not what I meant.
Man, Alvin, why you gotta be like that? Just let the kid be the kid. So can we go in here? No. I'm just poking around. Let's see here. What's the map got for us? So we have inn and then item shop, and that weapon shop up there offers everything, I believe. Etc. Fruit of temptation.
Apple fruits. No wonder it smells so good around here. Wow, look how juicy they are.
Is that so?
They look like they're at the peak of ripeness. Sweet with just a hint of tartness.
That sounds... interesting.
Milla, you're drooling really bad.
For some reason, I can't make it stop.
They must look really delicious then.
Sounds like your body is awakened to the joys of eating.
Just keep those mitts off the merchandise. Our rap sheet's long enough as it is.
Yes, I believe though. Yep. Weapon, armor, and accessories. So this town has all the things, so you can continue to upgrade stuff. But that's enough for now. This has been Gently On, and I'll see you next time as I guess we take up the old lady's offer and go to bed at her house. So I will see you then.